Is there one quality which guarantees success in the future? Well, the short answer is yes. I recently spoke to a good friend of mine, a famous cardiac surgeon. He came from a poor family. He told me that he always wanted to be a doctor, but his parents simply could not afford it. So he used to walk 5 to 6 kilometers every single day to school. He also told me that he studied for 7 hours every single day for 6 days a week. He hardly ever partied or ate at a restaurant or watched movies or even dated girls. He consistently excelled in his class, got a scholarship to attend a top medical school, and eventually became a renowned surgeon. I asked him if he had any regrets in terms of missing out on all the fun the other guys had both in college and school, like parties, movies, concerts, bars, girlfriends, and so on. He smiled and instantly said, "I have no regrets, Karthik. On the contrary, I'm actually proud that I avoided these stimulations and temptations, as they may have distracted me and even derailed my goals." He then said something truly insightful. He said, all of us have two choices in life. We can choose short-term gratification or long-term fulfillment. I chose long-term fulfillment. Maybe that's why I'm both satisfied and successful today. There was an interesting study that was done in the 1960s called the Marshmallow Test. This was done by Professor Walter Mischel of the Stanford University. He administered this test to hundreds of children. He put a plate of marshmallows in front of them and told the children that they had a choice. They could either eat one marshmallow instantly, or if they waited for 15 to 30 minutes, they could have 2 marshmallows instead of 1. This test was repeated later by other researchers, even in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and so on. The students who delayed their instant gratification did much better in academics, in terms of financial success, in terms of their health, their social life, professional life, and even relationships. They were far more successful compared to students who chose instant gratification and went for the first marshmallow immediately rather than waiting for 15 to 30 minutes so they would have the pleasure of securing 2 marshmallows. This study demonstrates a profound insight into what creates long-term fulfillment among people. A person who has self-control and willpower to resist short-term gratification and instead focus on long-term fulfillment ends up building lasting success. Next time, when you dip into your second tub of Haagen-Dazs instead of a green juice, when you groan and slam your alarm shut in the morning instead of going for a run, when you binge watch Netflix movies instead of sleeping early, remind yourself whether you're choosing short-term gratification or long-term fulfillment. In life, there are 2 kinds of pain. The first pain is the pain of exercising self-control. The second pain is a bigger pain. It is the pain of regret when you compromise on your long-term fulfillment and dreams. So choose your pain wisely.